Ninth row, bottom of the hill mainstay, Franz, don't call me Mo Wagner. I think he's excellent. Paolo Banchero, his teammate, he kind of a rough offensive season for Orlando, but that's fine. Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Domantas Sabonis, Zach LaVine, another couple teammates. Zion quietly is playing well. All right, eighth row. Jimmy Butler, again, that is some pedigree. Ja Morant, at this point, Ja's a coin flip to play. I mean, and so he's not quite as explosive when he does play. He doesn't play quite as often. James Harden's having a good year. Row 7, please. Some awesome number 2 options and a number 1 that probably should be a number 2. Jamal Murray, amazing. 6th row, please. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. The team needs to be better. They're still excellent. Darius Garland, who's been excellent. Jaylen Brown, who hasn't been quite as, to be totally honest, quite as good this year as he was last year, but they're the defending champs. He's the second best player. He's still been very good. Row 5. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. I still think Jalen's the best player on that team, but Karl's having the best season. All right, your top 10. I don't think there's going to be a lot of argument about this top 10. Donovan Mitchell, the best player on maybe the best team in the league. Certainly going to be in the conversation for the best record, or close to the best record. Anthony Edwards, whose team is disappointing, but you don't really put that on him. Cade Cunningham, former number 1 pick. Nobody talks about, could he be the face of the league? I don't know. He's number 1 pick. He's got the Pistons firmly in the playoffs, not going to be a play-in team. And then Steph. Steph has played much better since Jimmy's gotten there. Jimmy hasn't been great. Steph, now that there's someone else to pay attention to, has been much better. He's still a top 10 guy even at 37 years old. Top 6. Again, remember, it's not left to right, guys. LeBron, Tatum, and Luka. LeBron, fresh off Western Conference Player of the Month, his 41st Player of the Month award, and amazing. Turns out that if LeBron doesn't have to do everything on offense, he still can be a legitimately very good defender and part of a very good defense. Jason Tatum, just quietly going about his first-team All-NBA business as he has the last few years. Luka has not, since he's been a Laker, played like a top 6 player in the league, but he has his whole career, and we know who he is, and now he looks healthy. Maybe there's some suspense here. I think it's Shea and Giannis. Shea's going to be the league MVP, but I don't think he's the best player in the league. Giannis is shooting 60% from the field this year, and you know it's him and Dame, and then not a lot else right now, especially with Portis injured in Milwaukee. And then atop the hill, the best player in the league. And right now, I think it's probably the least debatable it's been. I don't really think anyone actually thinks Shea is a better player than Jokic, even if Shea's having the better season. It's Nikola Jokic.